Back again, back again. Time to hit up the Dragon Shrine. See how well we can do in there. So as of today, what's today, 22nd, I want to say, September? The DLC for the Ivory King got pushed back a week. First it started off being reported that it was just going to be in the UK for delayed a week, and now it's just everywhere for whatever reason. This takes a little bit of pressure off in terms of trying to get something done in a timely fashion. Gives a little bit more time to prepare. So, Drake Shrine. Dragon Shrine. Can actually run through a lot of this area. These Dragon Keeper Knights are not that fun to fight. Especially some of the ones later, although I seem to be doing quite a bit of damage to them. So maybe it won't be that bad. There are a few other annoying aspects, like that priest up in the tower that will snipe you from so far away. That's just something we sort of got to deal with. The mace guys here, these are probably the most unfair enemy of the bunch, as I get knocked down by the priest. Mainly because they can start swinging and comboing almost ad infinitum, which can be a problem. But these guys also do have really good gear drops, especially their weapons. God, that is so annoying. So, it's a decent area worth farming. The second area with the staircase, on the other hand, is known to be quite a bit more annoying and conducive to just running through, and that was a really delayed reaction. Okay, apparently cannot get the jump attack off. I have not seen that magic bolt attack in a while. This is gonna get really old really fast. But it looks like we can get him just a sec. Just check this for mimics. Oh boy. I can't remember if he respawns or not. Not that many bonfires in the area anyway, so... I do feel a little tougher on this guy than I did on Simon Belmont, which is good. Let's do a run here. A lot of cool stuff, though, in this area. It's definitely worth exploring. Let's see, what else? You can take a shortcut by jumping over the ledge, but there's another way around as well. Apparently these guys have a very similar moveset as the old knights in Hyde's Tower Flame, but Drake Keeper Sword. I don't know if I quite agree with that. If only because, like I said, they can combo longer, they do more damage, and have some other extra moves at their disposal. Let's see this real quick. I don't think I've ever gotten one of these. Extremely sturdy, pitch-black straight sword. Colossal warriors staunchly watch over the shrine, ready to defend its resident or allow one worthy enough to be granted an audience. Let's see, unmodified. A CC in terms of scaling. I believe this is very similar just to the regular longsword. Just does more damage, greater reach, and weighs double the amount. Let's see it real quick. Definitely cool looking. I can't remember what the upgrade material is, but I might have to mess around with it a little bit later. Just for my own curiosity. Now I gotta go find where I put my craftsman hammer. There it is. Okay, so... this is the way forward for... yeah, up to the actual end of the level. We want to take a detour to the side, however, if at all possible, so that we can get some extra items. By don't even know if we're actually going to use the extra items, but just my sort of completionist collecting habits make me really want to go get them. I want to say it was like under an area, stairs or something that we might have missed out on. Oh. Is that it? Not even gonna check you for mooks. Wisdom plus a bunch of other judgment sets from Dark Souls 1, I believe. Maybe this was the way off to the side. More ascetics. No, that's not it either. Where was that side path? Yeah, I do have to jump off the edge. I feel like it's supposed to be... Oh, it's straight through because I go to the side. Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe I will jump off. So, one of these chests is not like the others. One of these chests is a mimic. That gets you the oh so valuable washing pole. Still quite the beast like it was in Dark Souls 1, though with much less durability, and a slab. And this will take you to another little interesting place in the level. This guy can be tough to fight. Very annoying moveset. I'm gonna get hit. God. But you can break away easily enough to get a heal in. So that's good. Bash weapons. Let's see. Spices and herbs. Let's get more fun stuff. Ah. Third dragon ring, better than the second dragon ring, in terms of giving you a big boost to stats, but also very limited durability, and then we have to deal with this fight up here, which can be a bit tricky. The invader in here is actually wearing a dragon set that you get for rank 3 in the Dragon Covenant, and he is no slouch, let me tell you. Although I am poisoning him the hell out right now, which is good. Just bashing through shields too, that's nice. Ow. Is he running to heal? Well, that went a lot smoother than I thought it would. Here. Petrified egg, which we'll be using a little bit later, most likely. And then finally the Dragon Parma Shield, if I'm not mistaken. Watch Dragon Parma, which is actually from a design contest that From Software ran for fans to submit shields. I believe it had some interesting functionality in terms of, it was like either a spell deflection shield or something like that. Crystal magic weapon. So, lots of fun stuff here. Now let's go ahead and finish up the area. So there are two ways that this can be played up here. There are a lot of people to fight. As you can see by the bloodstains, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. Second option is to just run straight ahead, which is totally viable, but we are going to elect not to do. one of them. That weapon seems a lot better than I remember it being. Okay, next are these guys, which are very similar to the invader we just fought. They use different weapon sets though. They can be quite relentless. And there we go, gets all of his frames to come fight. Fight closer to like what humans do, but also these guys have absurd reaction times. To the point where it's almost unfair in some ways, but jumping attacks seem to work alright. Off to the side that we're missing here? No, we good. Let's take this guy on. Chance to get some stand back. Good enough for me. Don't have any regular life gems left. There we go. And one more round of these knights. We should be good. Let's see if I can get one of them. Of course not. Try that jump attack again. Smartest move here. Alright. I definitely like the versatility of just this hammer right here, being able to two-hand it for a lot more damage. Strength is cool like that. Ah, one more of these guys. He's two-handing the sword. He has a shield on his back. This is not going well. Oh. Alright. Got one of those either. What is that? Two-hander? I feel like I must have passed it by now. Real quick. Before we go in there. There it is. His legend, this oddly shaped straight sword is said to be forged from the Black Dragon's tail. As it is told, the Black Dragon lost its tail to a brave warrior in a magnificent battle. The tail was later used to forge several legendary weapons. 120, weight of 4, no scaling at all. Probably uses dragon scales in order to be made. Looks like just a standard longsword. No special attack either. Can't say I could highly recommend this, but you know, to each their own, I guess. Anyways, time for fun. Okay, so definitely one of the most interesting parts of the game. Also, one of the most disappointing for me in terms of guidance. For the original Dark Souls, I felt like it did a pretty good job of telling you where you needed to go in the game. This branch-off point, on the other hand, had me completely baffled when the game initially came out. I'll take a look at the Ashen Mist Heart and see if I could not make it a little more obvious, I guess. I believe it is a key item. Delve into the memories of the Withered. Manifestation of Ashen Mist, received from the Ancient Dragon. The magic of the Ancient Dragon allows one to delve into the memories of the Withered. So this, for me, just like doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of like clear guidance and where you're supposed to go. It turns out you're supposed to be looking in giant memories, which I suppose if you've been paying attention, you might know some areas where they might be. There's one in particular we're trying to hit. And that is going to open up the Throne of Wants, which gets you to the very end game. To me, that's not very well conveyed at all. I was searching around mindlessly my first playthrough, trying to figure out where to use this random key item. In fact, I'm trying to remember exactly, because I know it's around here in the Forest of Fallen Giants, and I believe it is actually through another King Ring door, which there's a few of those, and so that's kind of a hint. How this relates to Nasandra and the Throne of Want, though, kind of anybody's guess. The dragon itself is very, very interesting in the game. Of note, you can fight it if you want to, though he is not particularly openly hostile when you start the game. And if you do manage to take him out, he will, instead of dropping an Ancient Dragon Soul, he will drop a Giant Soul. A lot of people have taken this to mean that that is not an actual dragon, but a facsimile of one. The most popular fan theory is that that is actually King Vendrick's brother, Lord Aldia. There's a lot of suggestion in the equipment and gear around, like Lord Aldia himself and Aldia's Keep, saying that as a alternative to the Curse of the Undead, that the dragons were meant to be a way to circumvent the curse. Dragons within the Dark Soul lore have always been interpreted as being eternal, and outside of the cycle of life and death, or life and undeath. I guess similar to how dragons are. Now you'll hear this resonating here, and that is supposed to be your hint to use the Ashen Ring. There's a few other areas in the game where you can do it as well, but those are more optional. Is this the right memory? This might not be the right one. There's another one I know of that is probably closer. I think it's Cheg. Maybe not. No, this will only take so long if it's not the right... Nope, this is the right one. In fact, this scene might look familiar, or it may look more familiar as we go on. Try not to get firebombed if you can help it. The giants themselves are something you want to take out or dodge. This is the first time, I guess, if you get to see a giant outside of the last giant. With the head rolling down, looks a little bit more familiar. I don't think I guess they got firebombed. This right here is the boss we're looking to take on. But once again, want to make sure you don't get firebombed. Gonna try to see if we can get someone go. Like so many bosses at this point, though, very much just about perfection and not getting hit, and I'm doing a terrible job of that. Camera angles are also not kind, but this is very similar to fighting the last giant in terms of moveset. In fact, some people interpret that this is the last giant. God, I can't even, like, begin to get a hit because I keep having to heal after every time I am hit. Okay, there we go. Want him to stomp, that's the easiest move to dodge. I'm not doing great. Not doing good enough, probably. Happy to get that on the first try. So yeah, this is when the giants invaded. At least this is the memory that we're looking into of the giant Jag. Probably about to get killed here. But there are a few valuable items, and these areas you can come back to multiple times as well and fight giants if you want to. There's gear to be had, there are people to be talking to, which we might delve into since we have the extra time. And there are souls of giants to get. I'm not entirely sure if I like the time mechanic for only having to be there for a limited amount. The areas are fun to explore and offer a host of different items. Now, if that was the right one, yes, we got the giant's kinship. Each king has its rightful throne, and when he sits upon it, he sees what he chooses to see. Or perhaps it is the throne which shows the king only what he wants. So now we're getting a lot more vague and esoteric in terms of hard story facts. Interpretations to what the king stole, the throne of want, etc., things like that, are very much up in the air at the moment. I'm really hoping that with the last piece of DLC and whatever, having all three crown gain some clarification on what all this
Bearer
exactly
of the
is.
curse.
We're gonna level up. So we're at 30 endurance, keeping the Vit. We want it right there. We could start working on 40, or we can get some faith for Sunlight Blade, which I don't know, wasn't super effective, but enough faith that we can use that catalyst would be nice that we have. Let's check our gear real quick. Where are we with that? That's all fine. That's all fine. We can get 2 more on the gauntlets. Let's see. Get that ring fixed, and then get the gauntlets going. I still need to find a better head piece. Chunk and slap.
I'll be around.
All good. Do we have... Let's play Fashion Souls for a bit. Do we have a headpiece that would work and keep us at around the 70 mark? Traveling merchants, I like that. It's only for the drop rate. Ask of Judgment. What do they do? The Goddess of Sin apparently does more defense than what I'm wearing now. Okay, sure. Probably upgrades with Twinkling, I'll bet. Sure. Let's see what it upgrades with.
What?
Yep. Whatever, I wasn't going to use it for anything else. Haha! Got something that kind of matches my armor.
If you will.
How much defense are we running here? Almost 80? That's not terrible. I like the look. Okay. So, yeah. I'm trying to think what else we need to do right now. We can check out more giant stuff. We can go back and fight Sin, which we definitely need to do. And that can all actually be done in... I kind of want to go fight Sin. But I don't want this to stretch out too long. We're going to do a few attempts on Sin. I guess, hey, why the hell not? The fire is very quick to get there, and I feel much more confident about dishing out some damage. I'm gonna see if there's any actual human summons that'll come in. Otherwise, I'll just use the two that they give me, because I have managed to do it before with those two on another character. I just gotta give it a second. Yep. Okay, let's do it. Also, I don't want to get invaded here, which has happened before. Give it as many tries as I got rings. I have not fought him in a while, so I very well might be out of practice, but like I said, I feel like we can do good damage. He is still here, right? There he is. Wow. He can totally just two-shot me if he wants to. Actually, he's gonna end up killing that Abyss at this point. Ah, okay, good heal. God, he's just so mobile. That's what really makes it rough. Can't get to stay put. Probably should have backed off and healed. Probably should have backed off and healed. God, these bolts do nothing. Thief needs to heal. And I need to run. It is impossible to get out of that once he's locked onto you, I swear. Damn it. Just made my job a whole lot harder. Luck. Oh, come on. God. Yeah. It's still rough. So we'll try as many as we have wings of Wings of Light Protection. I really would like to just get a real human. I like Eid, but Eva just does not last long enough. Eva. How many Things of Humanity do I actually have left? Yeah, 12. One more shot. I should get bleeding arrows at this point. Get back. Oh. Not letting off. Oh. That is just demoralizing. One more try. After that, I'm just going to have to start doing more research. I cannot remember for the life of me how I beat him on my caster. What would be handy? What would be helpful? Spell quartz. Flame quartz, maybe? I don't think it's the fire, I think it's the physical. I don't have any Ring of Stone protection right now. Poison bite, I feel like, maybe. Let's try quartz. Definitely harder than Calamine, that's for sure. It was like a clear aggro mechanic. So I definitely had his attention. Well, not anymore. Now it should be just like, pay attention, don't get hit, wait till something. It's focused on. No. Focus on me. She did not dive that far. Tifa's gonna die. Yep. Ugh. Unfair. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Take off that tail. Dang it. Ah. I swear all these attempts are doing it just me grunting in pain. A little bit of damage. That damage is supposed to be 100% block shield. I wonder where that damage is coming from. Well, this is going to suck. Am I supposed to roll towards that? I just don't get it. Nope, not today. I may never get that first crown at this rate. Ugh, okay. I will do some research and then probably beat my head against this a little bit more. Let's go back to Majula at least. Get our things repaired. No, just cut it here. I will repair stuff in the interim. See you guys next episode.